Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. You ever feel like your writing could be stronger? Well, today we're going to become sentence architects. We're going to learn how to build really powerful ideas, right from the ground up, using the basic blueprints of the English language.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the absolute basics, the foundation, right? Like, what even is a sentence? And from there, we'll work our way up to building bigger, more complex, and way more impactful ideas.
All right, first things first, we gotta understand our core building material. I mean, what's that magic ingredient? What is it that turns a total jumble of words into a clear, powerful sentence?
Seriously, think about it for a second. If I say games, video, Bob plays, that's just, well, it's noise, right? But if I say Bob plays video games, suddenly you have a clear picture in your head. Getting this tiny difference right is, and I'm not exaggerating, the key to all clear communication.
So here it is. A sentence isn't just a random pile of word bricks. No way. It's a finished structure. It's got to express a complete thought. And think about what that means. When you give your reader a complete thought, you've done the heavy lifting for them. They're not left scratching their heads trying to figure out what you mean. And that is the real power of a sentence.
Okay, so how do we actually build one of these complete thoughts? Well, it turns out that basically every single sentence has these two essential parts. You can think of them like two main pillars that hold the entire thing up.
And this breaks it down perfectly. You've got the subject, that's the who or the what of your sentence, kind of like the star of the show. And then you've got the predicate. That's the what they're doing part. It's all the action. You have to have both, no exceptions. Without both, the whole thing just falls apart. All right, foundation's in place. So now let's build our very first structure, the simple sentence. And trust me, this is like the fundamental Lego brick of all good writing. So the fancy technical name for this is an independent clause. But the name really tells you everything you need to know, right? It's independent. It's strong enough to stand all on its own. It's one single, complete thought, and it doesn't need any other words to help it make sense. Okay, let's take a look at this example. Terry should go home now. Let's break it down. Who's the subject? Terry. And what's she doing, or what's being said about her, should go home now. That's our predicate. See, it's a totally complete thought. Nothing is missing. That is a perfect, rock-solid, simple sentence. So, building one simple structure, we got that down. But what happens when we want to connect two of these powerful little blocks together? You know, for when one idea just isn't quite enough to get your whole point across. That's when we build a compound sentence. And this, my friends, is where our sentence architecture starts to get really interesting. We're taking two totally complete ideas and linking them together to create a bigger, more complex thought. But how do we actually connect them? I mean, you can't just smash two sentences together and hope it works, right? It'll be a mess. No, we need the right tools for the job. And that means using a very specific set of connectors. And here they are. Meet the fanboys. Seriously, this is one of the most useful acronyms in grammar. Think of them as the superhero team of connectors: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These 7 little words are like the superglue for our sentence blocks. And the cool part is, each one creates a totally different kind of connection between the two ideas. Okay, first up in our fanboys team is for. Now you don't see this one as much. It's a little bit on the formal side, but it's fantastic for showing a reason. The pianist practiced every day for she wanted to perform well. See how it connects the action, practicing, directly to the why, its cause and effect. Next is and. This is the workhorse, the one we all use a million times a day. It's the simplest connector out there. It just adds one idea on top of another. I was waiting at the bus stop, and a man started talking to me. Simple, effective. It's just addition. All right, then we have nor. Now this one can feel a little tricky, I'll admit, but it's super useful when you want to connect two negative ideas together. For example, I don't like broccoli, nor do I like beets. It's like saying this isn't true and this other thing isn't true either. It's a pretty powerful way to link those negatives.
But this is your big pivot word. It's the one that signals a contrast, a sudden change in direction. She was so tired, so your brain expects her to stop, right? But she kept practicing. Bam. It introduces that unexpected twist. Super effective.
Then there's or. This one's easy. It's all about choice. It presents an option. We can leave early, or we can take our chance later. It's like a fork in the road in your sentence. You can go this way, or you can go that way.
Now what about yet? I like to think of yet as but's slightly more dramatic cousin. It also shows a contrast, but it often has a sense of surprise to it. She did not study, yet she passed the test. It really emphasizes that unexpected, almost unbelievable outcome.
And rounding out the team, we have so. So is all about the result, the consequence. It links a cause directly to its effect. I didn't know anyone at the party, so I left. Because of this, that happened. It's pure, simple logic, and it makes your reasoning crystal clear. Okay, so we've got our independent clauses, our complete thoughts, and we've got our fanboys connectors. We're almost there. But there is one final, absolutely crucial piece to this puzzle, and it's all about punctuation. Seriously, if you forget this one tiny little mark, the whole structure can just collapse.
Just burn this simple formula into your brain, and you really can't go wrong. It's always the same. A complete thought, then a comma, then your fanboys connector, and then your second complete thought. That comma isn't optional. Think of it like the bolt that holds the whole thing together. It's non-negotiable. Whatever you do, don't forget it.
And there you have it. That's our build for today. You now officially have the blueprints for both simple and compound sentences. And that really is the foundation for any kind of clear, powerful, and effective writing. So the only question left to ask is, now that you're the architect, what amazing ideas are you going to build?